Patterson.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. How do we build a future made in Australia? And what's been standing in the way of making more things here, PM?
Give the call to the Prime Minister.
I thank the member for Patterson for her question. I look forward to being back in the Hunter tomorrow with the member for Hunter and the member for Patterson and other members as well. Speaking about the importance in that great manufacturing centre of Australia of making things right here in Australia. Not just exporting our resources that give us a great deal of value here to our national economy and create jobs, but where we can, making sure that we value add, which is an issue for our economy, but it's also an issue of our national security, because we need to be a resilient economy. We need to be one that isn't dependent and vulnerable to shocks, be it a pandemic or be it conflict internationally, which can have an impact on the Australian economy. And that's why there is such a stark contrast, because our government does believe in a future made in Australia, investing in solar and wind and new energy, investing in manufacturing and critical minerals, investing in people through Fee Free TAFE and the plan that's been put forward by the Education Minister of the Universities Accord, creating jobs in our suburbs and creating jobs in our regions, building energy security, economic security and national security, moving up the international value chain. This is a whole-of-nation opportunity that we have, which requires a whole-of-economy approach. And that is my government's approach. And it does stand in contrast to the impediments which have been there. I was quite stunned that yesterday the Shadow Minister for Infrastructure and Transport sent out a tweet about EVs. She said this: "The changes being mooted by Labor's policy are the most significant changes to our auto and motoring industry since we shut down manufacturing." Wow! She put her hand up in a tweet. But then, just in case it was an error, later she held a press conference and she said this: "The changes being mooted by the Labor Party's policy are the most significant changes to our automobile industry, to our motoring industry, since we shut down manufacturing." But she went on. She said, "That's a fact." It sure is. It sure is a fact. That is the coalition's
The Prime Minister's
Shadow Minister
time
for
has
Infrastructure and Transport.
concluded.